Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we are going to be looking at how well the iPhone 6s Plus holds up in 2021. Now, this is my first scripted video, so we're gonna see how this goes. Nice freaking background as a blanket there, you know, and nice. I don't even know what this is. Oh, wait, yes, it's a toolbox, yes. Anyway, so, if you have no idea what this phone is, well, then, honestly, you kind of live under a rock. But no, seriously, this right here was the pinnacle of what Apple was capable of for a flagship in 2015. This is really just a review of the device to see how well it holds up after 5 whole years. Yeah, that's right. I bet you guys didn't realize this thing was that old. 5 years old. It's crazy. And, of course, how this phone compares to a slightly more modern flagship, like the LG V40. I would hold that up right now, but it's recording the video. Right, so... let's talk about the looks here. Let's first talk about the looks. It is perhaps the thinnest phone I've ever used. The back is probably the worst thing about these phones 5 years on, honestly. The back, if used without a case, the color starts wearing off. As you can see, like right there, right there, right there, and right on here. And this is a mild case of that. If you look at some of the other like iPhones that have this paint design, you're not going to be in for a good time. Some people just weren't all the way through. It's absurd. The camera lens also takes a bit of abuse, where mine here, I don't know if that comes across very well. The color will wear away that's on the metal around the camera lens, which is not a bad thing. I mean, it shows that the metal around it's protecting the lens, which, hey, good on Apple, but it's not perfect, let's say. Turning it to the front, we see that awesome 5.5-inch display. And the only bad thing about this display is the fact that it's an LCD. Another good fact, it's 1080p. So that means you can watch videos without missing details. I'm looking at you, iPhone XR. Moving on to some more important internal aspects about the phone. The battery is quite large at 2,715 milliamp hours, and from my limited usage, has gotten me through a day with moderate levels of usage. So that's like browsing Google, and Facebook, and playing some like 2D games. We will get to the games. Don't you worry about that. The Apple A9 chip has plenty of chutzpah to do whatever you need to do on your phone and not break much of a sweat while doing it. And the 2 gigs of RAM it has really makes the phone feel like butter to use. Seriously. So actually using the phone. How is it? To summarize what I've already said, it's very, very smooth. My LG V40 has plenty more power on paper. Yet the iPhone has an overall smoother experience, which I don't really understand how that works. All the apps I tried have run very well, and I've never really ever felt the phone running slowly. Just at all. I have iOS 14.4 installed on this phone, and I find it funny that Apple has finally added the ability to have an app drawer-like area on your phone, which Android has had since the beginning, I think. But honestly, the most annoying thing about setting this phone up was how long the setup process was. There were like freaking 15 different windows I had to go through. It was crazy. But now we get to move on to games. World of the Tanks Blitz ran surprisingly well. 60 FPS at maximum settings, once again, surprised me with how weak this hardware is on paper. All the other games I tested were far less demanding 2D games, and they all ran great as well. Minecraft runs pretty nicely, but not as nice as my LG, which is to be expected. While gaming, though, specifically in World of Tanks Blitz, the phone got so hot, it actually began to throttle itself by turning the screen brightness down to a locked 50%. and that kind of sucks. In most other circumstances, it doesn't do that though, so game away. Journal web and social media browsing work absolutely fine on this device, and I'd say it's even better than my V40 in this aspect. Its scrolling has been very fluid in my experience, but here comes perhaps the worst part about the phone. The speaker. The main speaker on the 6S Plus absolutely blows. The 4S had a better speaker and it came out 4 years before the 6S Plus did. I would show you guys in like an audio example, but I guess really well, actually technically I can't with the alarms on the two phones because I didn't put any free to use music on either phone, so I am not prepared again. Yay! Alright, so again, these are alarms, they're not music, so don't necessarily take my word. So this is the 6S Plus playing the circuit alarm, and note that these are alarms, this is not music. I'm trying to look at the camera, I swear. So it sounds alright, right? But then here's the... Turn off, please. But here's what the 4S sounds like, okay? Ah, no. These are both at full volume. It sounds better, and it's louder! Okay. Trying to make this video be short, but... And on to the final thing that I think needs covered with this phone. Photo and video quality. The photo quality is actually pretty okay in broad daylight, but indoors and in low light situations, it falls flat on its face when compared to my V40. The video quality is better than I was expecting, and it seems to do as good as my V40 in low light situations. And here's some video footage to compare between the two phones.
So this is a video. That's the trash video I'm editing right now. Wait, is this zoomed at all? I think it's fine. Anyway, yes, this is my microphone, computer, that's an AC, my backdrop, and my face. Now, take a look at the iPhone. This is the trash video I'm editing right now, but on the iPhone, my PC, my microphone, the AC over there, the backdrop, and my face. So, yeah. Back to this guy.
So the 6S Plus. Would I still recommend people buy one in 2021? Sure, you bet you. If you can find one in decent condition for 120 bucks or less, I'd say freaking go for it. If you are using, if you're fine with using Android though, there are better options out there. But if you are a dead set Apple guy, I mean, this is a great budget option. And then of course you can that guy, yeah, you can just brag with this guy. But anyway, so anyways, this was my first scripted video where I actually wrote out the entire thing and mostly stuck to it. Believe it or not, trying to do a review of a phone entirely impromptu, which is how all my other videos were made, is very difficult. But that really wraps everything up. And also, I've had a fan on this entire time in the background, and I've been using RTX voice with my 980 Ti. So we'll see how well it isolates the fan. But anyways, guys, make sure to like and subscribe, and hit that bell icon down below. So until next time, this has been Diamond Miner 11, and I'll see y'all later. Bye!